Here's some possible why not to my last video. So, lack of funding. That's why. Why? Why could they why not? Why would they do that? Why no why could they not see it even though everybody else can? How are there people with no medical education that knows that black urine coming out of a penis is bad? How do the people know that a testicle filled with blood might need a doctor? How do people know that 25 years a kid who's supposed to be weighing 100 pounds weighing 69 pounds or 79 pounds? How do they know that a full bottle of Epicac and a mother bragging about it? How do they know that a mother acting on Christmas about to stomp out her child? How do they know that a drunk mother blaming her alcohol on her child? How do they know that a mother taking away medals? How do they know that moving a kid around, trafficking him around is bad? How do doctors know this? How do they miss it? How do other people see it and not the people in charge? Because I do know that teachers and random strangers saw shit that put up their red flags and said, oh my fucking God, I better report this. And then the doctors and the department did nothing. Nothing. So why? Underfunding, lack of care. Literally, there can be blood, broken bones, and a pile of evidence. And as long as you're moved out of state, they don't care. So when you're moved around out of state, that puts a halt to any of it. For one, when they changed over from paper to computers as well, you also got a mother taking evasive action, lying, manipulating, and committing crimes to make sure she doesn't get caught. You got a kid who doesn't know, so he has no idea what's going on. He's just trying to answer the questions to the best of his ability, and he knows his body is doing fucked up shit. He knows he has to suck on his skin and bite it because something's not quite right. He has to figure out how to tell people this. What do you call this? What do you call this? Last night, this was different. Now, when I bite and suck, it's different. And it doesn't feel good. I can't feel. I'm dropping stuff. When I play with my toys, I don't feel them anymore in my hands. Or I don't play with them the same way. When I walk, I don't walk the same way. When I talk, I don't talk the same way. And this is a change, big change overnight with a big overdose and an emergency needed in this change. And then my mother continues these behaviors with full bottles of Epicac and just when I bring it up to the doctor's concerned, but then my mother says it's all an allergy attack. You don't need to pay what meds. I don't remember what meds, but it was an allergy attack. By the way, she never gave the doctors a list of medications. Still to this day, they just say they don't remember. Anytime they're asked any tough question, I don't remember is their answer. And then I have to push for it. Now, luckily, at that time, she did admit that something happened, but she called it an allergy attack because the doctors and everybody was too concerned to take, I don't remember at that time. So she called it an allergy attack. And then when the doctors asked, to what medicine, she just said she doesn't remember and then brought a list later. That's it. But this was brought up over and over and over, and her answers sucked even more. But, anyways, how did they not do anything? My mother was lying. My father was giving her money to cover it up. Anything my mother wanted that from my father, good or bad for me, he paid for. Absolutely. Well, sometimes that's a good thing. My father did have my best interest in mind as long as he didn't have to look at me, deal with his mother, tell my mother that something was wrong, disagree with my mother, or tell her to stop doing something. So some things were helpful, like at the age of 16, I got a Herbst appliance that fixed my teeth. I had buck teeth. But then there were some things harmful, like the overdose and the druggings. There was also the time my mother's beating me in the other room in front of my nephew with a ruler. But that wasn't even big deal. She did way worse beatings than that. I don't know why people act like that was a big deal. My mother smacked me around way worse than that. Not only that, the drugs did permanent damage to my body, and you're worried about a smack? You're worried about a fist? No, she's throwing shoes at my eyeballs. She's doing all different types of crazy things. She's drugging me. I'm reporting all different types of illnesses, and she's ignoring them and not getting me help. There's a lot of things going on. And then she's trying to move me around the country and like to program the program. And they're not going to find anything after that because I mean, this had to be handled in the programs originally when the programs were speaking up about it, when the teachers were speaking up about it, when the doctors were speaking up about it. Not fucking 10 years later. But I had no choice in the matter. My mother overruled me until 19. At 19, I got some control, but nobody wants to listen to me at that point. Now we got 15 years of my mother's bullshit. I'm never going to get help. I'm never going to get help. I'm too weak to get an attorney. I cannot lift my hand. I cannot write letters anymore. I barely can talk. I only can talk with my eyes closed in bed with my body not moving. I am fucked. I mean, literally, I got my eyes closed. The phone is up against my leg, and nothing is moving. My kidneys fucking hurt. My GI is throbbing. I feel electricity going down my spine. If I move one finger, I'll stutter and not be able to talk like the last 25 years. And I've always had problem writing. We have these disabilities written down, but nobody cares to listen to me. They want to listen to a bullshit artist.